Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches show. I'm joined by Coach Darrell Jernigan of Eufaula Tigers as we head into week number 2 of the high school football season already. As we'll turn the calendar to September tomorrow, and the Tigers make their way up the road to Millbrook to take on the Stanhope Elmore Mustangs. Coach, um, what do we expect from Stanhope as we go up there? Always a tough game. As we were looking at the series tied 8-8. It's six. This will be the 17th meeting between the two teams. All those meetings have been in the last 35 years. 3 of them in the playoffs, but after 16 games, there's only 16 points separating these two teams as far as points for and against. So traditionally, has always been a hard fought, close game when we go up there.
Yeah,
And when
like
they
you
come
said,
here.
traditionally it's always been a tough opponent every time we play them, whether it's here or there. But they're a very good team. They're well coached. They're big up front on the defensive line. So they got about 1 or 2 linebackers that are really good and play, and they're very aggressive. I mean, they come down here, they hit you, they running around, defensively flying around, and offensively they want to run the ball and pound you. So they're a very tough physical team.
So you mentioned running the ball. I know when we went up there last time, it was a close game. We came up short by 4 points. It was a game we could
We
have won.
started
We, we
slow and
we
then
took the lead late, and then they hit that big walk off, basically a
yeah.
touchdown pass at the end of the game. But typical you follow Stanhope game. But what do we expect from them offensively this year?
Like I said before, basically they want to they spread you out, then they come and then they run like they run the wishbone. Like I said, they try to pound you. They got a quarterback that's pretty big, same one returning from last year. He's got better throwing the ball, so they spread you out, throw it a little bit with him. Then they come back and they want to run the veer out of the wishbone with the quarterback some and the running back some. I mean, so they're well coached team. They do a little bit of both, so we got to be prepared for both.
So when you say wishbone, do they actually get under center with a
Yes,
true wishbone?
yes.
See, I hadn't heard the word. I hadn't heard wishbone in years, 15, 20 years
Yeah.
at least. And then I read an article that Rush Brooks was running the wishbone up at Pell City this year. I don't know if
Hmm.
that's true or not, but that's
I
what
don't
I
know.
heard. And then we saw it to open the game last week, Enterprise. I think that was
Yeah.
more of a tribute to Coach Bacon from the 70s. But then you're telling me that Stanhope's running the wishbone. What's your opinion? Why the resurgence of the wishbone?
Well, mainly I think is the personnel they got. They want to be considered a hard nosed football team that comes straight at you and pound you. So a lot of people don't run that anymore. A lot of defense don't like that.
Oh, yeah.
They're just coming right at you. So I mean, I think a lot of teams mixing up, trying to go back to the old traditional stuff and want to spread you out too. So just keep you on your toes.
That's right. And while we're talking about old school and things like that, it reminds me of Benjamin Russell in the playoffs your junior year. They came out after halftime. They didn't run the wishbone, but they got in a heavy set, double tight ends, and just run the ball straight at us, which was a departure from what they'd been doing, and it was effective. And like you said, everybody spreads it around and tosses it around the yard now. So you do something totally opposite. It's hard to prepare for because you hadn't seen it, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is. It's like I said before, they coming right at you, so they make your D line and linebackers. You got to stop the run first, so that then they get you coming, then try to hit you with play action down the field. So
That's right. So, talking about Stanhope, you had a pretty memorable game yourself when we went up there about 18 years ago. You want to reminisce a little bit about that? I know you've played a lot of football after that, but do you remember that game?
yeah, I do. I think that game where we was down in fourth quarter, and I think we needed a touchdown to send it to overtime. And I remember rolling to the right, and it was on fourth down to find Amari Jackson down the field wide open. I slung it up to him, and he was able to catch it and score. And then we ended up going to overtime with him. And actually, I threw a tight end dump to your son Blake Ryan, and he scored. Then they sent us to overtime, and then they scored, but they ended up botching in the extra point, and that's how we ended up winning.
One of the most exciting games I can ever remember calling, and it started back in 1994. So that game up there, because if I'm remembering right, you follow was 7-0 going into that game,
Correct.
and then when you threw the pass to Maurice, it was fourth down, but we had the ball back around our 10-yard
Correct.
line with
Backed up.
way less than a minute to go in the game. And I'll be honest with you, I'd lost the faith. I was already trying to look around and pack up all the equipment I could pack up and still stay on the air. but you threw that one to Maurice, and then we got it on down there, scored, and then won in overtime. It was phenomenal. I remember they running around the field with the 8-0 flag after it was over. We kept the undefeated season alive, and it was a great time and great memories. So, but you had a great finish to that game and a good career here in Eufaula, obviously, playing quarterback for the Tigers. But who is the coach at Stanhope now? I haven't had a chance to look at that. Is it the same coach they had last year?
No, they hired their DC. Their DC bumped up to the head coach. So this is his first year.
Okay.
At the helm.
So there has been some continuity since he was on staff last year, but probably some changes as well.
Yeah, they changed a little bit offensively. They got Pale City offensive coordinator from last year. He's the offensive coordinator there now. But defensively, they still do the same schemes defensively because he just bumped up to the head coach. He's a defensive-minded coach. So he brought in the OC with him from Pale City from last year.
Okay. And of course, as we do the coach show tonight, we're on live. So if you have questions, obviously, if you're watching us on Facebook, you can type your questions in the comments. We'd be happy to take questions for Coach Jernigan. But we'll be on for the next several minutes here between now and 7 o'clock. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back with more comments from Coach Jernigan as we prepare for the Stanhope Elmore game tomorrow night. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Hey, Tiger fans. Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
R.W. Wingate & Company is a full-service accounting firm and a supporter of Eufaula High Athletics. They are located at 102 North Orange Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama, but licensed in multiple states. Richard W. Wingate has over 25 years' experience in public accounting, and the firm's services include personal and business tax preparation, bookkeeping, sales tax preparation, payroll services, audit of nonprofit and government entities, and business consultation. When doing extra is the point, contact R.W. Wingate & Company for your accounting needs.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 322 East Barber Street in Eufaula or call 687-7034.
Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, always a good call. In Eufaula, call Alpha agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
Might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We are back. The Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show with Coach Darrell Jernigan. Coach Jernigan, the new thing, I don't remember if we talked about it with you last week, but we talked about it during the show. It's a giveaway sponsored by Mid-South Bank where people can comment and we put their name in the hat for a drawing. If we return a kickoff at the beginning of either half or a touchdown, well, then they're going to give away $100 to whoever's drawn. That didn't happen last week, but we did have a kickoff return for touchdown. That was a pretty exciting play.
Correct. We did. Zakai Steele been doing wonders this offseason. You know, he's been working hard as I don't know what, and it shows on Friday night. You know, that's one I can say that's been working hard, and he's never going to give up. He's going to go out and give his all.
Yeah. So I had him at 85 yards. Yeah, I know y'all watched the film, y'all charted it. So that was about it was over 80 yards. How far was it return?
Yeah, I think it was about 86 yards.
86. Okay, close enough. If we had it 85, that's not too bad. And other things kind of interest for people sitting at home is I was asking you about communications. Things have come so far. I mean, where you've got replays, you've got iPads, you can look back at replays and things, and it's legal to use those things during the game, correct? And the communications, all the communications with the headsets are all wireless now, I guess, right?
Yes, they are.
Even the video comes in wireless to the sidelines, right? It's amazing how that. Talk a little bit about that to people at home. I mean, I can talk about it, but you know firsthand. You're dealing with hands-on.
Basically, with the video, we got something called Sky Coach. We set up before the game. That's why we get there. My coaches that drive the box truck, they get there pretty early, probably 2 hours before the game, start setting everything up, and that shoots it from the end zone to the press box, and from the press box down on the field, so we can show our players that just came off the field like what they're doing wrong, what we need to make adjustments in. And all that. So that's very, very helpful for us right there. And then headphones, you know, it used to be Coach Com, but it's still sold by Coach Com out of Auburn, but with just a new brand called Cobalt that pretty much everybody uses now. And the only thing I can say about that, you got to make sure if you're away, make sure you're on the away channel, because if you're on the home, then they have Cobalt, they're on the home, so y'all can be on the same channels. So that's one thing you got to make sure that you're on the away channel when you're away.
Really?
Yeah.
So can they? I mean, something I never anticipated. I know going way back, and I won't call any names, but I know you go back to almost 30 years ago, you could pick those things up with a scanner. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I mean, back in the analog days, I mean, I have been in the press box and heard and seen someone with a scanner intercepting.
Yeah, so you just got to make sure you're on the same frequency and stuff like that.
But I thought nowadays. So
it can happen, but it don't happen that often because you got so many different frequencies that you can get on. So you got to make sure everyone's on the same frequency.
Okay. I mean, I really don't know that much about how that technology works nowadays, but I assume that with everything digital the way it is now, that can happen anymore. But that's interesting. That's very interesting. So as far as did you say Sky Coach?
Yeah, Sky Coach actually that send the signals from the end zone. We have an end zone camera that's getting us from behind, that records from behind, that shoots the signal to the press box, and we have someone that's in the press box, and then it shoots it down to the sideline.
So that's the. It's
kind of like the satellite we set up. You'll probably see like a little white little satellite beam we set up, one in the end zone, one on the sideline, right, and there's one up top in the press box.
Okay, so is that the only angle that you're looking at? On the sidelines is mainly the end zone shot, or
we got both angles. It sends both angles.
Okay.
Because we got someone in the press box that's in the sideline angle, and the person in the end zone that got the end zone angle.
Okay, so you're getting both of them. You can look at it from both sides. So
mainly the end zone angle is better for the O lineman and D lineman.
Right.
And then the sideline is for your skill receivers, DBs. You know.
So that's how many years have we been using Sky Coach?
Oh, man, we've been using that for quite a while now. We've been using Sky Coach probably about, 8 to 10 years now?
Seriously?
I'll say.
Seriously. Well, the old-timers like me and some of the other guys.
I didn't have it either when I was playing, so.
Right. I'm just amazed at the high school level that technology is in play.
But it's funny that you can use that in high school, but you can't use it in college. And then you go back to the NFL and it's back. You can use it in the NFL.
Right.
I'm still amazed at the drones.
Right. Well, speaking of drone, I thought I noticed a drone in the end zone down at Enterprise last week, but is that what they were using for their end zone shots?
Yes, they had a drone up that was actually, it was on a string that you couldn't see probably.
I saw the
but
string.
It stays up in the air and it charges while it's up in the air also. That string is charging that drone while it's up in the air.
That makes sense, because I was wondering, why would they use a drone? Because the longest battery life on most drones is maybe 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
So
yeah, so that string was charging that drone while it was up in the air.
Okay, well, that makes sense then. So, and the drone can obviously get taller than what you normally raise the camera up. So that makes sense. Now, we don't use a drone, though, correct?
We have a drone. We use it at practice.
Okay.
We have 2 drones that we use at practice.
Technology, that's amazing. That's amazing. But as far as that enables you to make in-game adjustments, like you said, how helpful is that, in your opinion?
It's very helpful. Like, just say from a defensive standpoint, linebacker, you can see who's fitting the right gaps, what gaps you're supposed to fit, or who's fitting the wrong gaps. You know, or like offensive line, like who's not pulling or who's not blocking down, you know, who missed that block. So it's very helpful. And also for the quarterback. For the quarterback, you show them the pre and post snap reads like that, how the secondary adjusting, how they move in post snap and pre snap, like, and just stuff like that. So it's very helpful.
So there is no doubt when you come off the field in between series, there's a lot of information to pack into those meetings. So,
Correct.
Boy, so typically, okay, we've just walked me through this. It'd be interesting for me, but it's also probably interesting for anyone sitting at home. I'm with the offense. I come off the field. What is going to happen over the next few minutes for me?
Come off the field, and offense goes straight up under the tent. And then we have the O-line coach, and then we have Coach Lamb, a running back coach. He get on the iPads, Coach Cornegay up top. And he also has the iPad up there where he can see everything that's going on. So he's relaying down to the coaches who's doing what, or who's doing what wrong. And then they get on the iPads, is on our Promethean boards that you see up under the tent. And kids actually sitting down, and coach can draw on it and let you know what you need to do, or you did this right, but you need to do this. So it's very helpful.
On the fly. And I guess as far as drinking water or whatever else, there's all that's under the tent.
But like anything else, technology, when it's not working, then, you know, you're in trouble then. So that's the only problem with that technology stuff.
So what percentage of the time would you say it doesn't work?
For us, I say about 20% of the time, but we'll get it fixed, but it's just not, when you come off when it's not working, then we have to scramble, try to get it fixed, find why it's not working. And a lot of it be Wi-Fi, because you only Wi-Fi, then you get too much stuff on one Wi-Fi, you know, and it's too much and it's not relaying fast enough for you and it's running slow. So you got to make sure it has its own Wi-Fi.
Right. Boy, just a lot of differences in this day and age that we live. But so what, the majority of the high schools in our classification use that?
Yeah. I say majority. I say probably 85% of high schools use Sky Coach or some version of it, Huddle, Sideline, or something like that.
Okay. Well, very interesting. Before we get completely off of last week, I want to mention to people that haven't noticed the football, one thing we're going to do this year is award a Player of the Week award each week in the Coaches Show as we move forward for the prior week's game. And we're going to have that young man join us after this commercial break, and we'll just let the suspense linger just a little bit longer. We'll introduce him and talk about the game he had last week after we come back. You'll listen to the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show with Coach Darrell Jernigan, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Tiger fans. Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Camlocker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them, unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Easy Metal Building Kits, pole barns, and metal roofing supplies. APEC Metal Express carries multiple kit sizes and colors with at-home DIY instruction. APEC Metal Express. Fast delivery, superior quality, excellent customer service.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now Impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe and successful seasons.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
We're back. Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show. Coach Terrell Jernigan. And a new segment that we added this year, we talked about as we went to break. This year, we're going to give away a Player of the Week award. It's been done many times over the years, but this year we're going to award a football and sponsored by Alpha Insurance. And for the first game of the year against Enterprise, we had a young man with some pretty good stats. I'm going to let Coach Jernigan announce the winner and tell what he did last week.
All right, the player of the game for last week, Antron Mitchell, he had 6 receptions for 131 yards. Played really well. Wish he had some he should have caught, but we talked about that, so that's over and done with now. But he's a senior for us. He's been playing really good, ending the season really good last year, and he played really well for us last week, and just proud of him. And then I'm gonna give you first game Player of the Week ball, sponsored by Alpha Insurance.
Well, Antron, congratulations. Good game last week. We look forward to big things. And, of course, 10-game regular season, you start off with 131 yards. You got a great start on a 1,000-yard season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coach Jernigan. Of course, Coach Jernigan played quarterback here, but he was a pretty good wide receiver in his own right at the next 2 levels. He knows a thing or two about the position. So I think he's a good one to listen to, obviously. Coach Jernigan, I don't keep up with these stats. Do we keep up with stats? Do we know when the last time we had a 1,000-yard receiver in Eufaula?
It's been a while. It's funny because we was talking about this. Me and Coach Brown was talking about it a couple of weeks ago. I think the last 1,000-yard receiver we had was David Hill.
I knew that. I mean, I knew that we had David Hill. That was in 1995.
Yeah.
So that's 28 years ago. So it'd be quite the accomplishment if we could get one there.
Yes, sir.
So well, Antron, congratulations, and it's been a pleasure watching you over the last couple of years and what you developed. And it was a great start. A couple of really big plays, and one thing is you took some passes and really made something happen when you caught those short passes and turned them into big gains. So very impressed, and just keep up the good work.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, Coach Jernigan, I don't want to put him on the spot, but as far as the next level, have he in conversations with any schools?
Yes, he is. Right now, he got an offer from Tuskegee University right now, but we expect that to go some more D1 schools offer him this year, especially how he finished the season last year. I mean, last year he had 950. So, I mean, he was right there at 1,000 yards.
I didn't realize he was that close last year.
Yeah, he had 950 last year, and he started off good this year. So, we expect more D1 schools to come in.
Okay. Well, great. Well, Antron, hope this is the first of more
yes, sir.
Awards as we go along this year, and we appreciate you joining us. We're going to step aside for another commercial break. Be back with more of the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches show when we come back.
Hey, Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
R.W. Wingate & Company is a full-service accounting firm and a supporter of Eufaula High Athletics. They are located at 102 North Orange Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama, but licensed in multiple states. Richard W. Wingate has over 25 years' experience in public accounting, and the firm's services include personal and business tax preparation, bookkeeping, sales tax preparation, payroll services, audit of nonprofit and government entities, and business consultation. When doing extra is the point, contact R.W. Wingate & Company for your accounting needs.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 322 East Barber Street in Eufaula or call 687-70.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them, unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
And we're back. Final segment of the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. We will have Daniel Pulley come on after the commercial break just to kind of catch up with us. But the final segment with Coach Jernigan. Coach, every time we talk about it, we go to Stanhope Elmore, at least in recent memory, it's been close. It was a 4-point game 2 years ago. It was you got to go all the way back to when you played in 05. It was a 1-point game. We talked about the theatrics of that. But there's been close finishes. It's a 1-touchdown game here last year. Very, very few times do you see that it's a lopsided score on there. So it's always a tough place to go play no matter what. And so I know that the guys will be ready. The cliche, improving from one week to another. There's a lot of things I'm sure that to work on this week, and I'm sure you guys have. Injury-wise, are we about the same as we were going into the last week? Or are there any guys that played last week that may not be able to make it this week?
Yeah, we're about the same. Like I said last week, DeAdrian Goldsmith will be out for another week. He had surgery on his meniscus, so we're hoping this will be the last week he'll be out, and he'll be back for area play versus Headland next week. And then we got Torian Slaughter, probably be out for another week this week with a high ankle sprain. Well, I won't say a high ankle sprain, but a mid ankle sprain. But he's working his way back, and we hope to have him back next week also for the Headland game. And then Ben Jackson, he's in concussion protocol from last week, so he won't be with us tomorrow night. So that's pretty much it, though. But we had it's pretty bruised up, Had a lot of people in treatment on Saturday. So, but I think we ready to go this week. We took one to the chin last week, and like I tell the kids, nothing we can do about it now, but just go back to work. Get on that field and make corrections, and get it going this Friday.
That's right. I mean, that was a big time environment. We're playing up 2 classifications when you go in there. I know people say you can only put 11 on the field at the time, but there's a lot of advantages to having a big program. I mean, we went to that stadium that seats 8,500. It's like a small college stadium, really. Field turf. I mean, it's an impressive facility all the way around down there. It's just tough playing up 2 classifications. And like I said, it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to last week. Just can't do anything about it. It's in the rearview mirror. All you can do is you got 9 regular season games left.
Correct.
So of course, once again, we're playing up 6A opponent in Stanhope. We talked about the series history, and back when you played to a regional opponent, but Stanhope's out there in a bedroom community from Montgomery. It's just a lot bigger school than Eufaula, so the challenge continues. So we wish you the best for that. You mentioned Headland and the region play. I was surprised to see that some of the teams in the region did not play last week, but Headland did play. I think they got a victory. I don't remember the score.
That beat Geneva.
Okay.
They played Geneva, beat Geneva.
Geneva, I know, is I think a 4A opponent, maybe 3 or 4A.
4A.
4A. So, but Headland and we want to get the cart ahead of the horse. We'll talk about Headland next week, but Headland was a very tough game last year. Headland had some real good skill players that are back this year. Did they return those guys? The quarterback and so we'll be talking about Headland next week, and that's when the season starts for real, when you get into region play.
I have one question, Coach. It just came in. Someone once asked, why wasn't holding marked off from the line of scrimmage instead of the spot of the foul? That's the new rule change this year. Do you have a clue why they did that?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I think it was just, my opinion. Did you notice that happened in the
game? But it also depends on where the holding occurred at, too, now. So just, for example, if the running back run the ball, he down the field, and they caught a holding on the receiver, they're not going to take it back to the line of scrimmage because that running back already gained so many yards. So they're going to take it back from where the ref threw the flag at, from where the receiver was holding it.
There was one time in the game, Coach Jernigan, I think it was in the first half. they called holding on us. They threw the flag. It was about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and they marked it off from what the flag was. It ended up being a 13-yard penalty instead of a 10-yard penalty. That should have been 10. The 3 yards ended up not making any difference in that scenario. It might have made a difference in the play you called. I don't know, but they did. They marked 13 off on this one. But it's the first game for the officials too. So
Correct.
Got to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Correct.
You know, they're used to the way it always has been, and I can see how that would happen. So, but yeah. So other than that, any of the other rule changes were they have any consequence last week at all?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I didn't notice anything. I know we had one. I guess it was unnecessary roughness when we sacked the quarterback, and then they threw a penalty.
Yeah, Lamar slammed him, picked him up and slammed him. Yeah.
Well, did he pick him up, or he looked to me like he hit him, and the momentum, he rolled over, and of course he just slammed him. But I mean, it was the momentum that carried him. It would have been. I mean, I guess he could have tackled him without doing that, but it was the momentum of him coming around the end to me.
Yeah, but like I told him, I didn't get on to him about that. I told him keep playing.
Right.
You know, that's something you don't get on to a player about right there. I mean, he's playing hard, and I mean, I guess that's to the ref to throw his discretion of what he's seen or whatever. So, but I just told him keep playing.
I hate that's what we talked about last week, is these new penalties that are subjective. You know, that it's his opinion. You know, I mean, there's too much latitude in my opinion. That was tough in that case, because if that play stands, they're behind the sticks, and then they score a touchdown on the very next play.
But it's like I told the ref, just like you protecting his quarterback, I want mine protected the same way. I mean, because mine was getting hit after the play too. So
yeah, that's a good comment to make. Overall, the officiating seemed to be pretty good, better than I expected. I don't know what your opinion is, and I know you can't talk about that, but it seemed to be, other than a call here or there. We talked about the holding, we talked about that penalty, but otherwise, it was not too bad from my point of view. So hopefully, I would be happy if it was as good this week. So that's just my opinion. So, but anyway, as we go to Stanhope, anything else the fans need to know? I had someone ask about the tickets. I guess it's GoFan.
You can get tickets on GoFan. Tickets on GoFan and clear bag policy. And they asking all the visitors to park at the middle school. The middle school is right by the stadium. I mean, it's right there, right behind the visitor side. Park at the middle school, and you got to enter through the visitor gate. Because if you go through the home gate, they won't let you on the visitor side. So enter through the visitor gate, which is coming from the middle school. When you park, you'll see the visitor side, so enter through that gate.
I've been up there a bunch of times, and I'm not sure I can picture that. So they'll just have to ask.
Yeah. Well, once you park at the middle school, you'll see the visitor side, because the visitor stands are right in front of the middle school. So
okay.
Or should I say right behind the middle school.
Okay. Charles, any more questions from
all I'm saying is go Tigers.
Okay. And you heard it, Coach. Go Tigers. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to join us again tonight. And the Tigers, a big game tomorrow night, Stanhope Elmore on the road. 17th meeting between the Mustangs and the Tigers. You can listen to it right here if you can't make it to Millbrook. Good luck, Coach.
All right, thanks. Thanks for having me.
We'll be back after this commercial break.
Hey, Tiger fans. Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? APEC Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656. Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local CHICK-FIL-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Hey, we're back with the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show, and joined now by owner-operator Daniel Pulley. Daniel, we appreciate you joining us tonight, and I appreciate you sponsoring the show every week.
Oh, man, it's a pleasure. Football's a passion of mine, and anything we can do to support the Tigers, man, we're excited about.
That's right, and best time of year.
It is the best time of year. Close second is Masters, Final Four, March Madness. Now my new son's birthday, and great time of year.
The first weekend of the NCAA tournament's pretty high up there too. So, but right now there's a lot of things going on. It's a good time of year because you got overlap. You got football going on. Football's just getting kicked off. Everybody's excited. On the college side, big night tonight. You got a big game with Florida and Utah playing, but they kick off here in just a little while. I think 7:00. But you got the overlap. You got football starting up. Everybody's optimistic. Everybody's 0-0, and then you got baseball going on. Major League Baseball. And if you live in this part of the country and you're a Braves fan, it's a pretty good time.
Chop on, man.
I'll tell you what, It's a historic season. I mean, they broke the season home run record last night. With still,
it's got a whole month to go.
Yeah, with all these games to go and the postseason. And then you got history about to be made with Ronald Acuna. It's just a matter of time till he hits number 30, 30 and 60. I mean, that'll be the first player to ever do that in the history of Major League Baseball.
His power speed combo is unlike anything that you'll see. He's a truly special talent. There's no doubt that he's the engine that makes the best team in baseball run. So he should win the MVP. I know the media wants to give all the Dodgers all the awards, but hopefully this weekend we find out, he rises to the occasion, puts on a show, and will clinch it.
Well, the other day, I think he went, 4 for 5, 5 for 6, almost hit a grand slam, and the other guy went like 0 for 4 that night. So that night, obviously he was better, but it is time to turn it on, but it shouldn't even be close.
No.
So, but it is a great time, and that is a big series coming up with the Dodgers. Start tomorrow night?
Tonight, 4-gamer, in LA. So hopefully make a little statement. Yeah. It's funny you said everybody has hope going into the football season, and I'm a Raider fan. So it's just going to be another year for us, and so that's always fun is watching the Raiders disappoint. And but that's about the only thing that can bring me down now.
Is Garrett still a Raider?
No, he's signed with the Broncos, so even worse. Yeah,
that's right.
I used to like him. He was a Tiger.
Right.
And Auburn Tiger, that is, and
that's
then
right.
went to the enemy.
Well, dang, I didn't know. So are the Broncos the biggest rival for the Raiders?
It's Chiefs, Raiders, Chiefs, but it's just not even a contest right now, but I just, I grew up in the Elway era, and I just couldn't stand the Broncos. They were always we don't like the Broncos. So that was always and it's hard for me to get rid of that dislike. I don't want to say hate, but dislike.
Yeah, it's just a strong dislike. There's nothing wrong with that. So, but yeah, Elway, I liked Elway part of his career, but they're toward the end, especially didn't they win back-to-back Super Bowls?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, I didn't care too much. And one of those times they beat the Falcons, and Falcons. Someone was asking me today about the NFL. So I'm a casual NFL fan, but I lived in Atlanta when I was a child, and so I've been a Falcons fan through mostly downtime. It's been a rocky road being a Falcons fan.
Somehow this year I wound up with 3 or 4 of them on my fantasy football teams. Yes, I'm a fantasy football player. I'm in my late 30s, but it's still fun to me. So
hey, well, that's something I just never. It came along so far down the line for me. I just never took the time to learn what it was all about. So I'm not even going to go there. But
don't start now.
I'm not going to. But as far as the Falcons are concerned, do you follow the Falcons? I know Chick-fil-A is based in Atlanta, so I don't know if you have any loose affiliation there where you would know much about them.
No, I don't. I mean, they've got the great thing was a couple years ago they opened the new stadium, and Chick-fil-A got incredible free publicity because they have this big, beautiful Chick-fil-A inside the stadium. And, I mean, it was front page story on ESPN, like, hey, the Chick-fil-A will still be closed on Falcons Sundays. It's like, yeah, duh, And so the Chick-fil-A Falcons partnership, I mean, I know they do a lot of stuff at the corporate level together, fundraising, things like that. But, yeah, I mean, in terms of following the Falcons, just if I have some of their guys on the fantasy team, that's about it. But I do love when Chick-fil-A can make the news for free just because their booth is closed on a Sunday.
I did not know that story, but I mean that's great. I mean I didn't even think that through as I brought up the subject about the fact that Chick-fil-A has always been closed on Sunday. That's the principles, and I had an opportunity to meet Kathy years ago. He actually spoke in Eufaula. We talked about that last year. Man of principle, man of faith. And he didn't compromise any of that stuff, and the company still doesn't compromise any of that. So
yeah, Truett, his life verse is Proverbs 22:1, and it says, "A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches."
Right,
and that really resonates with me. Like integrity is my number one core value, and it's something that I really hope to pour into my team. Do the right thing even when no one's watching. And so for Truett, doing the right thing for him was being closed on Sunday. There was never any thought to it. It's one of, if not the best days for restaurants. But he never thought twice about it, and he never compromised on that. And there are a million things I admire about Truett, and that's absolutely one of them.
Yeah. But it is. I mean, there'll be people, I know if we're ever traveling on vacation or out of town or whatever, and my wife will say, stop by Chick-fil-A or get some by Chick-fil-A. I said, can't do it today. It's like,
we, so where I lived in Williamsburg when I was in college, right across the street from my neighborhood was the Chick-fil-A. And I didn't work there in college or anything like that. Never pictured Chick-fil-A being my future. But I'll tell you what, I ended up in that drive-through line more times on Sunday night than I'm proud of. Thinking I'm going to give me a cookies and cream milkshake. And it definitely wound up more times than I like to admit. And
you're driving up is like, hey, there's nobody in line, which is rare.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, oh, buddy, I got the whole place to myself.
That's right. So touching on that, let's talk about, you've been in Eufaula now 3?
So we moved here in October 21, so almost 2 full years now since we made the move. Yeah,
2 full years, and things going well.
Yeah, God has been better to us than we deserve. 2022 was a banner year. We were one of 83 restaurants to hit the sales goal threshold that Chick-fil-A sets, called Symbol of Success. And so if y'all go follow our Facebook, please do. You'll see back in December we hit Symbol of Success, a little bit of room to spare on December 30th, about 6:30 p.m. that night. It's really exciting. This year we're going to hit another sales milestone for total sales. We're not quite tracking Symbol of Success, but before the year started, this was the sales goal that we had set, and so we're tracking to do that. And really exciting time. We're really grateful to the city of Eufaula for coming out, seeing us, spending your hard-earned money with us. That does not go unnoticed. And our goal is to serve a fresh product quickly. We want to get you a food safe quality product as quick as we can. And so continue coming out to see us and holding us to that high standard that we know y'all are.
Well, quality and I mean, everything you said is very important. And I probably shouldn't ask these questions without pre
This is totally off the cuff, yeah.
Yeah, totally off the cuff. This was definitely none of this segment's planned. But as far as that's concerned, I've always had the opinion that Chick-fil-A was a cut above, and that quality ingredients and things like that. Can you touch on that?
Yeah. So it's in our name, right? So if you look at our name, so chicken. Phil, F-I-L, for filet, right? We started selling Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and it's from the filet. And then the A is capitalized, if you notice, in our logo. That's because we're serving an A-quality product. And so, again, one of the things that we are never going to do, and a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, right? Truett instilled that from from the beginning, is we're always going to serve quality food first. So when he actually invented this is a crazy story, back in '64, he invented the chicken sandwich, and his goal initially was to license it out. Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, right? They were going to sell some Chick-fil-A sandwiches there, but what they were doing was cooking the sandwiches and holding them all day, and the quality was terrible. And Truett went in and actually said, "No, we're not going to do that. Like, my name is attached to this, and I care about my product, and I'm not going to let you do that." And that's when he came up with the concept of, hey, we're gonna sell in food courts and malls. So again, Truett was a true pioneer, but never one time compromised on quality for $1, because it was his name attached to it. And like I said, integrity is my number one core value. It's something that drives me every single day. And like, again, it just resonates with me, and it's our goal. We know we're not perfect, but darn it, we're going to try, Well,
I'm going to tell you, I didn't realize, I knew it was started in Atlanta. I remember the Dwarf House or whatever else, but I think it was probably 1975 or 76 when I had my first Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Not dating yourself or anything.
No, I was maybe just a little bit older than your son. Anyway, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, but it was not in the food court, but it was in Cumberland Mall. If you know where Cumberland Mall is, there in Cobb County.
Yeah,
and
right there where the stadium is.
I guess
close to it.
I haven't been to Truist Park, so maybe so. But it was great. I mean, just that combination. I just have fond memories of those Chick-fil-A sandwiches as a child. So. But that was the company. I didn't realize the company was so new at that time, because it was literally a little over 10 years old at that point. And, we were talking about it beforehand. I'm having my third grandchild tomorrow. My oldest grandchild turned 7 today. So,
oh wow,
his birthday's today, and so all the Facebook flashbacks. Barrett Bryan, happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, happy birthday.
But their pictures flashed up on Facebook Memories today, from 7 years ago. In 7 years, I mean, I vividly remember what was going on specifically that day. And so 7 years comes and goes. It really is. Time is precious. And
Amen.
Better not waste it. So, but we appreciate it. Like I said, you sponsoring this. We appreciate your support and your friendship, and we look forward to partnering more in the future as we go forward.
Yeah, it's an exciting time of year for us to be able to partner with Tiger Football. And like I said, y'all come out, see us, come out and support the team on Thursday nights. Come out and see us Fridays before the game. Like I said, hopefully we can get you in and out of here. You can get the good seats at the stadium.
Well, now, mentioned the stadium, and the first home game will be next week. Now, I know that Chick-fil-A sandwiches were sold in the stadium last year. Is that going to continue?
Yeah, I've got to get with Jimmy on that. I believe he's doing that this year. So maybe thought y'all put some pressure on him to do that. So hopefully, knock on wood, but we have not settled up on that yet. So
okay. Well, hopefully that will. I think that was a hit with everyone.
No, I hope so too.
So, well, we appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, Keith, thanks for having me. And again, Eufaula, come out, support those Tigers. It means a lot.
All right. For Daniel Pulley, John Wayne Robinson, Charles Urban, and Coach Jernigan, who has left already, I'm Keith Bryan, wishing a good night and a great weekend. We'll be with you tomorrow night. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.